Idris.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today, as promised from the last video, I will be doing my natural hair reveal. Also, I have in stock for you all some of the challenges that I have been facing throughout this natural hair journey. As you all would have learned, for those of you all who don't know, my journey started back in 2018, arising out of a hair loss problem I encountered while taking birth control pills. For those of you all who don't know of the story, feel free to check it out on the Hair Truth page. For those of you all who have not subscribed as yet, please feel free to do so. And what I'm going to be doing also is basically doing a before and after comparison with respect to certain areas of focus on my head and showing pictures. As I told you before, nothing here was photoshopped or copied from anywhere else. Is just me and exactly what it is I went through. So those are some of the things we're going to be discussing today. So are you all ready for this big hair reveal? Let's go. And let me mention, I know that some of you all are really really excited to see what my hair looks like. And don't forget, in everything it takes time and you need to have some patience. Rome was not built in one day. So now that I have spoken so much, let's get right into it. From the front first. I feel right. Ta-da! So there you have it. Woo! What do you think? How things looking? How looking? Alright, so basically this is what my hair is looking like, as you all can see. Let me take a little turn around. Right, so based on what you all are seeing right now, it probably looks as though everything is coming along well, and I must say yes it is. But despite how things look on camera now, I still encounter some challenges. And before I go into what some of those challenges are, let me just show you all some before and after pictures. Let me just remove this from here, put this on the side. Too much excitement, right? So let me just show you all some before and after pictures highlighting specific areas which I have been paying attention to throughout the journey. The first picture that you're going to be seeing is from in June of 2018, which is like right after the big chop to present. So the first picture that I'm going to be showing to you all is the back left, which would be like on this side here. You know, it's going to be a little opposite, so it's going to be on this side, which is the back left area. Now in this picture here, you all tell me in all of the pictures if it is that you are seeing a difference. So this is the back left picture of my hair. On this particular picture, there's a spot. One time I had a girl put in some weave in my hair, and while the weave was in my hair, I started to get a little itch. Right, I started to get a little itch, and you know when you get them sweet scratch on them in the hair, you can't help but scratch it. So I started to scratch, and by the time I was ready to take the weave out, it had a smooth spot there, and for years it never grew back. No, I don't know if it was the tension on the weave or if at that point in time it was still related to the tablet, but it took a while. So even during the time when I was going through the issue with the tablet, still no hair ever grew back. So this area here, tell me if you are seeing a difference. Right, the next picture that I'm going to be looking at or showing you all is a picture from in December 2018, which is the top area, the top of my head. I don't know if you all are able to see this, right? And in all the pictures that I'm going to be showing, I just want you all to take a look at the width of the parts between the twist. And in this picture you will see my hair is in some smaller size twist. Now at that point in time, because of the length of the twist, I couldn't go too big with it, because then the hair would not be able to come together to make the two-strand twist. It would be too short to make bigger twists, so I'd have to make smaller twists in order for them to be able to come together. But if you look at the general area itself, you would see like these spaces in between. It's very wide. October of 2019, we are going to be looking at the front area, what we call the edges. Some of my pictures were taken in selfie mode, and some of them I had someone take them for me. So if you find that the pictures are looking a bit opposite, that's the reason why. So we want to look at this picture here with the edges, and you all can see where from where the hair starts to get dark, where I have the most set of hair going in from the extreme front of the hairline. If you realize there's a gap between there, it has here, but it is very light or thin, so which tells that you have hair missing in between there. And to the present day picture, after taking care of my hair, carrying on my routine, the hair massage oils that I use on a wash day or during the week to re-moisturize, that's basically what I did during that time. I kept it simple, nothing extravagant, and just try, and I stuck to that routine. And I told you all in the last video that you need to have a little patience. I think patience is the #1 key to anything that you would like to do at this point in time, whether it's with you or with something or someone else. You just need to have a little patience, and hopefully things would pull through. Alright, so let's move on now to the fourth picture. This is in August of 2019. This picture is a picture of the general left side area, and again we're looking at the width of the parts, and you'd also see coming in there we have some length. We have some length coming in, but at this point in time, even before and from now going forward, my main focus is not going to be on length, right? It's more on regrowth, paying attention to those troubled areas and trying to get them back. Because why I say this is because no matter what you do, your hair is always growing. The thing is the rate at which it is growing which would make the difference. And as mentioned before, some persons here would grow faster than others, some will take a bit longer to grow. However, it is growing. There are things in which you can do to try and speed up that growth rate, but you need to pay attention to your hair, see what it needs, see what type of hair you have, see what products, thicker or thinner products your hair takes better too, and you should be fine. Just get to know your hair properly. So that's that picture there from in August of 2019, which is the general left side area. The one that is coming up next is more like the top front that we are focusing on, the top, but more going to the front of my head. And all of the pictures that I'm showing are pictures from before, let's say about 6 to 8 months after the big chop, some right after the big chop, so that you will be able to recognize the difference in any growth or filling in of any thin areas. So this picture is we're looking again at the difference in the width of the part to let you all know that I have been having some progress and the hair is filling in. What this also says to be the mere fact that the gaps are filling in basically means that there were some follicles that were dormant at that point in time of losing the hair, and I didn't know about it. So all that I would have done, the products that I would have used, the oils that I would have mixed, was geared towards jump starting, stimulating the follicles to get the hair growing again and to keep it healthy. Last but not least, this picture is focusing on the middle of my head, at the top but at the center. And this area is very important and touchy to me because this is where it all started. When I recognized that I was losing hair was at the center first. So you know, this is like the baby. Everything started in the middle and expanded outwards, and it's not only until it reached a certain distance coming out towards the outside of my scalp is when I recognized what was happening. So if you look at the center there, this picture is also from in August of 2019. If you look at the center, you would see a big space, and now there is still that area there is still struggling a bit. However, it is coming along nicely, as you all can see. Now the picture that I'm showing you all, of course I didn't get the parts back in the same place because you have more hair growing, so I wasn't able to part back the hair exactly as how it was before. But what I am going to do is I will show you all a little later on my hair open out, and I would point out certain other areas to you. So this center picture that you saw just now is one of my main focus points, and I must say things are coming along. It's a bit slow, but at the end of the day I'm accepting it for what it is and doing what I have to do, and hopefully sometime in the near future I'll be able to update you all with respect to that. So what I'm going to do now, I just take these twists down, right, take them down. I have to take my time and take them down because when my hair gets extremely dry or it's out of moisture, it's much more easier to break. Right, so let me get this out in a nice little effort for you all. Right, so this is basically the afro, and why I comb out my hair like this is to show you all like some of the trouble areas better. You would see it better than when it was in the twist. So what I want to show you is, you see this front area here, hold on, let me get it. At the front, like closer to the hairline, there are some really short pieces like this. There are some long ones in between, but right here, like this little one, look, you have some short pieces here. I'm going to twist it a little bit so you all can see, like that, and right here, right, look, yeah, some really short ones in the front there. And where I am pulling those short pieces, it hardly had anything. Just as with the front at the hairline, there was more or less like really thin. So this what you're seeing here now, despite it being short, it actually had almost nothing. And as I told you all, the middle is my little baby. So there I pay a lot of attention to the center. So I want to show you the middle here now. Let me see if I could find these little babies. Look at this. This here is really short. This one. Look. These little ones here. Look at them. See, you have some really short ones here. So these are the areas that I will be paying attention to. It's probably about, let's say, 2 inches or 1.5 inches or so in length. So there are some of the trouble areas. And remember, I told you all before, like, about taking pictures. When you take pictures, sometimes based on the lighting and the quality of your camera, your pictures will come out really clean, and it would make your hair and your scalp appear as though there isn't any hair in the area. So let me show you a perfect example of this. Remember the picture that I showed before with the side of my hair, the side in that area? Now let me show you it again. If you look at it, you would recognize that there is a little gap, like the gap is looking really wide in that particular area. Are you all seeing this? It's looking wide. But in this same picture, let me zoom in now and show you all where there's actually a lot of short hair, new growth coming out in that same area, but with the naked eye it's sort of difficult to see. So tell me if you all are seeing this one. This is a zoomed in picture, so take a look at that. Tell me if you all are seeing the difference. Right, this is the same area. I'll put it side by side. Tell me if you all are seeing where there's a lot of short hair in it. So taking pictures is good, however, always try and go as far down in on your scalp to see exactly what is happening there. Don't do too much or try to frustrate yourself and say, well, Lord have mercy, what again? This hair ain't coming back. No. Because then you'll be stressing out yourself, and we know what stress could do with respect to hair loss, right? So that's some of the areas. And how my hair is now after wash day, what I do is just put some 2 strands within twist in it. Of course, you know, the parts wouldn't be all that straight because I do it for myself, and when you're going to the back of your head, you wouldn't be able to see anything. So I just part, feel, part, twist, and go, and I done. And I leave that for the week. During the week, I would spritz a little water, either use a whipped shea butter that I made or the plain shea butter. If I don't want to use any butters, I'd use some of the Jamaican black castor oil, and that's just to seal any moisture. So I spritz with water, then I cover it over with some castor oil, twist and go. Other than that, I would still continue to massage the scalp, and that's basically it for me. Really, really simple weekly hair care routine. And I have a little sneak peek for you all. I made a herbal infused oil. Now I made this oil with 2 different methods, meaning I use heat in order to infuse the herbs into the oil for one method, and the other one I just have it there soaking in a bit for a period of time. It's now about, let's say, 3 weeks since the one that I use without the heat has been soaking, and the one that I use to infuse with heat, I'm using that right now. So with these pictures that I would have taken, I am going to use that as my guide to see if anything is working with respect to this oil. Let me just show you all this here, this little bottle, right? This is the one that I have just soaking in it. Some of the stuff that I have in it is just a little coconut oil, basic carrier oil, some coconut olive oil among some other oils, essential oils, and some herbs. And this one here, if you recognize the difference in the color, this one is a bit darker. This is the one that I use the heat to infuse, so you know all of the good juices in the herbs is going to come out faster in this one with the heat. So that's the reason why it's looking much darker. This one here is going to take a longer period of time before the oil color changes and takes out all of the nutrients from in the herbs. So this is what I am going to be using. In another video, I'll be showing you all how to make a simple herbal infused oil, so look forward for that. But for now, in this one, I'm just checking it out. I'm going to see if it's doing anything. I have the pictures. The pictures that I took today are the pictures that I'm going to be using to update you all, so that it wouldn't be anything that you never saw before that I am now coming with. So you're getting real time, real proof, or not, you never know, of what is happening. Alright, so this here is what I be using. And how I use this is I would after putting in my deep conditioner, I would add some of the oils to my scalp and put some in the palm of my hand, rub it in and put it on the body of the hair, massage, cover with a regular plastic bag, and leave it for about 45 minutes to 1 hour. I don't use heat to deep condition my hair because I have high porosity hair, meaning the cuticle is already raised on the shaft of the hair, and it's easy for moisture to be absorbed and to be taken out. It's easy to lose moisture, so that's why your hair will dry up. I would also do a video just explaining a bit more on hair porosity so that you'd have a better understanding. So I do use heat because my cuticles are already raised, so I don't really need that assistance for the moisture and all the goodness to get in there. So I leave that for about 45 minutes, wash it out. I use water only, and I rinse my hair. I make sure and I rinse the scalp properly, because if there is too much oil on the scalp, then I will start to get bumps on my scalp, and I'll have to go and wash my hair again before it is time. So that's basically what I have been doing during this whole hair loss journey. Nothing extravagant, everything is really simple. And if I mix anything on my own, I would mix things to suit the issue that I'm trying to resolve. So whether it's moisture, thickness, growth, regrowth, itchy scalp, I would find the ingredients to suit. And there are a lot of natural ingredients out there for you to try, as I have been doing. So again, if there is anything else that you would like to find out or ask or to share with me, feel free to do so. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And I'm really glad today that I came out and show you all what my hair look like, and it's not just a cover up or anything like that, or trying to surprise anybody, but this is what it is. I'm glad that I have done it. So from now on, I'll be showing you all like some of the additional things that I have been doing, how I do it, probably a little wash gel, deep condition, you never know. So stay tuned. As always, don't forget, like, share, subscribe. Feel free to share the video, tell a friend, hey, come and check out this girl. She real serious. She it's a real thing happening, you understand? So feel free to do that. And again, thank you guys for being here. Stay tuned for another video where I will be speaking the truth with you all. Toodaloo. Bye.